Did you know that it only takes 20 minutes after quitting smoking for your blood pressure to drop? In the next 3 months, your heart attack risk will start to drop and your circulation will improve. And after 1 year, your risk of heart attack will drop to less than half of a continuing smoker. Pretty amazing, huh? Smoking wreaks havoc on almost every organ of the body, especially your heart and circulation. Even social smoking or secondhand smoke exposure puts people at risk for heart disease and stroke. No matter how long or how much you smoke, the best way to reduce your risk of heart disease is to quit smoking today. If you already have heart disease, quitting will reduce the likelihood of another heart attack. So let's get started. My name is Dr. Johnny Lee, and I'm with VA's Tobacco Cessation. We're here to help you.
And the smoking? The last time I saw you, you were saying this would be the year. How's that going?
I've tried to quit on my own a couple of times, but I never make it more than a few days.
Well, trying is a really important step. You have the idea in your head, and you're making the effort. And every time you try, you learn a little more. You get a little closer to your goal. I know it can seem daunting, but some additional support can go a long way in making your next attempt the last one. We've talked about this before, but at VA, we have the tools you need to succeed. We can help so that those first few days are as painless as possible.
I've just been trying to do it on my own. Cold turkey.
You are definitely not alone, but that's a hard way to stop. Our approach here at VA, combining counseling and medication, allows you to fight the symptoms of withdrawal and the triggers that can trip you up as you go. Nicotine is highly addictive, as you know, and withdrawing can lead to irritability, insomnia, restlessness, cravings, anxiety, hunger, even depression. That's where the medication comes in. Nicotine replacement therapy, like the patch, gum, and lozenges, or prescriptions like bupropion, can help you manage your physical symptoms and cope with the urges.
But counseling? I don't know. How does that come in?
So it's not just that nicotine is highly addictive, it's also the fact that smoking becomes part of your daily routine. Over time, you can start to associate smoking with certain times of the day, or certain activities, or even certain feelings. When do you really look forward to smoking a cigarette?
Definitely first thing in the morning with my coffee. After long or stressful meetings, and for sure after eating. Also walking the dog at night.
So as you try to cut out cigarettes, these can be the moments, late morning for example, or the taste, like the coffee, that can trigger that urge to have a cigarette. Counseling will give you the skills to identify these moments, these triggers, and then develop strategies for getting through the urges to smoke. It can be one-on-one or in a group, and there are even options to do it by phone. Whether you're smoking because you're stressed or stressed because you're smoking, we'll find some new outlets and new routines to help you cope. Tell you what, I can refer you to a few counseling options, depending on what works for you. I really do hope you give this a shot. You have the interest in quitting, and we have a proven roadmap to get you there. To explore the benefits of counseling and medication, visit mentalhealth.va.gov/quit-tobacco.
Did you know that smoking doesn't relieve stress, but actually makes it worse? That's because nicotine is actually a stimulant and can increase your heart rate and blood pressure. Plus, nicotine withdrawal quickly replaces any relief felt by smoking. My name is Dr. Johnny Lee with VA Tobacco Cessations Program, and I'm here to dispel some myths. Smoking increases feeling of stress, anxiety, and depression despite common beliefs. Certain medications also won't work as well when you smoke. While quitting can be challenging, we know that veterans with anxiety and depression can successfully quit for good and improve their overall mood and quality of life. Quitting smoking doesn't get in the way of treatment, it actually benefits it. Remember how you felt the last time you accomplished something big? So what are you waiting for? Let's work together to come up with a quit plan. Call the Veterans Quit Line today at 1-855-QUIT-VET. That's 855-784-8838.
I never actually smoked before I was in the military. Everybody else was doing it when we were on deployment, and at times it seemed like it was the only thing to do. I mean, I started out smoking maybe just a pack a day. And if there's time to stand around, well, then there's time to go out and smoke. And in the military, there's a lot of hurry up and wait kind of situations, so there are plenty of opportunities to smoke.
I think it started as a lack of something to do, nervous energy, boredom, and sometimes just something to help me stay awake and alert. If I was by myself and just wanted to be around people, I'd go and smoke.
And smoking right after meals was like a ritual, but it also was whenever I got stressed out.
The stress didn't even have to be anything extreme. I found that I catch myself smoking a lot more when I was in the process of doing something new, you know? The anticipation and having to deal with something that just made me a little bit more uncomfortable than normal. Smoking made my deployment a lot more tolerable.
Unfortunately, I injured my back over there, and I have never had to deal with anything like that before. I mean, nerve pain that just does not seem to get better over time.
I knew I had to find a better way to deal with my pain. I have a 3-year-old daughter, you know. She's got a lot of energy in it, and keeping up with her was a real motivator to quit smoking. I noticed that I would smoke a cigarette, and then I feel like I couldn't breathe, or I get a coughing spell. That started to scare me because I want to see my daughter grow up.
I mean, I've been smoking heavily since my deployment, and no one had even talked to me about quitting until right up until the end of my military career. So I hadn't made quitting a priority before coming home.
I tried to quit myself without any help a whole bunch of times, but I start right back up again. I knew I needed someone in my corner, you know, to help me stick with it. The VA offered me that support, and I needed to stop smoking and stay quit.
I mean, once I talked to my doctor about wanting to quit, I found out the VA offers like all sorts of things to help. Nicotine replacement, medications, counseling, and there's even a website, www.youcanquit2.org. And it's specifically for service members and veterans, and the VA, they help me. They help me set a quit date, they help me get ready, and they help me stick to my plan.
Today, I feel really good about having quit, and I'm a better role model for my daughter, too. I know there'll be times when I want to smoke, but with the help of the VA, I have a plan for that.
And meanwhile, I'm feeling more fit, I'm breathing easier, and probably I smell better, too.
Do you have work-related stress and personal stressors that are piling up? Stress is often a large obstacle in the way for employees who are trying to quit smoking. My name is Dr. Johnny Lee with VA Tobacco Cessation, and we're to help support you quit. I know you give a lot in the service of veterans, and Employee Whole Health has developed a number of self-care resources for employees who want to overcome stress and quit smoking for good. To listen to a variety of relaxation recordings, watch stress management videos, or read about healthy tips to cope with stress, go to www.va.gov/wholehealth and click on the link for employee resources. You can also call Occupational Health Today to discuss free nicotine replacement therapy and smoking cessation counseling for employees.